So I'm reading Descartes. Right. Oh, fuck it. There's a lot of assumptions he has to accommodate to in order to be able to make his argument, right? Because he's not arguing for something, he's arguing against the formulation of the skeptic. But it's, and I see why both Derrida and Heidegger are right. Um, Part of his argument, in order to be able to convince the skeptic that it is merely skepticism, is that of familiarity. When your mind returns to patterns that you have just become accustomed to, right? To behaviors that just make you a subject, make you an object, um, objectify you as a being, right? Exactly why Heidegger is like, don't listen to that guy, right? I can honestly say it's not shy away from, because I'm by no means shy. I stay away from, I avoid, but avoidance has a connotation of fear to it, which I don't have fear of it. It's just something that rubs me the wrong way, right? Familiarity, when you become consumed in a methodology that you forego yourself and you just fall into a pattern of routine, that which is familiar, right? That which you know how to navigate, and in a system where you've been designed to accept what it is because, what is it, fit in the, or something to fit in, whatever, right? Don't rock the boat type shit. The opposite of don't rock the boat. Um, I stay away from that. Like, even in, I guess, okay, so Veronica, what's the longest you've stayed at a job? 7 years. 7 years is about as long as I could stay before I felt myself being absorbed out of myself into an entity that, yeah, that dominion I couldn't hand over. It's like, no, that. And to me, and I know people are like, oh, crazy, but I don't give a shit. That level of dominion is only God's, you know? For me to hand over the power, and it's not even power in the terms of like authority and shit, but like the dominion that God has granted me and my wisdom and knowledge and reason, right? And he says, that's mine. Why would I give that gift God has given me over to become in a manner of something that man, and not a man, but man, societal construct? Why would I give that over, this gift that God has given me, put it aside, and take on this personality that's been constructed so I can be an object? Why would I do that, right? That to me makes no sense. Why don't you stay in your relationship? Why can't you? All the gift gods have given me, I cherish those things more than anything in the world, right? Those, in Spanish, it's called dons, es un don de Dios. I cherish that, and I guard and protect that. And I won't give it over for people do it for money, for fame, for fortune, whatever. I can't. I can't. I mean, I see where if you take Descartes' premise, right, that from a believer's standpoint, you're preaching to the choir, right? Because he is. It's like, okay, if you're a believer, you already know this, and I don't have to prove it to you. This is to prove to the skeptics that their skepticism is just a methodology which falls within the concept of what God is, right? But it's science, so heaven forbid.